Thank you. My name is Kimmie, but you all will refer to me as Mrs. Bellery.
Y'all heard her. It's official as a whistle. You can now refer to Kimmie as the one and only Mrs. Valerie. That's right. It is official as a referee whistle, baby. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Lawrence Reports to talk about season 2 of Beauty and Black. And yes, Tyler, you are once again cooking, my brother. This season right here left me with a bunch of highs and a bunch of lows. A lot of oh my gosh moments. A lot of I just can't believe this just happened. And some of the best one-liners I ever seen on TV. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button as we talk about my girl, the one and only Cashmere Kimmie. Yeah, that's my nickname I'm calling her. Cashmere Kimmie, because she's decked out. She's looking amazing. She's looking absolutely beautiful, y'all. Listen, when you get that new title on you, things are different. Things are different. Let's get into it, y'all. The way I'm going to do this right here, just going to go through and just talk about every character, the highs, the lows of all of these characters. Now, I'm going to say this right here. This right here was my two favorite scenes throughout the series. I don't think I can show this picture, but when Roy was talking junk about his daddy, and the daddy appeared out of nowhere like Batman, out the shadows. You talking about me? You talking about me? You know, all the guards had Roy down. And that's when the daddy, the one and only Horace, took it out. He started peeing on his son. That joint had me dying. I was like, yeah, Horace, get him, get him, because I this Roy character, man, he just gets underneath my skin from the way that he treats his wife, the way he treats other women, man. He just gets underneath my skin. My second favorite scene, the one and only slap. The way Kimmie was getting her revenge out on Jules, I was so happy. Slapping the pure met. I can't even say I want to say, but slapping the pure mess out of Jules. I loved it. I loved it. Had to go back and rewatch it myself because this man has put Kimmie and her family through hell and back. Let's get into it. We got to start off with Horace and Kimmie, of course. Now, we know that Kimmie has officially taken over the Valerie dynasty. And this right here is going to be a game changer because we know Horace is on his deathbed. He didn't want to give the family money to his sons and the shares. The main focus is actually the shares of the season. We know that the 10% has been diluted. And now all the family members are trying to get revenge back on Horace and revenge on Kimmie because now, since he's married Kimmie, Kimmie is officially taking over the Valerie throne, y'all. Taking over the throne. Watch the throne. Shout out to Jay-Z, shout out to Kanye. But anyway, listen, the family's not happy about it. Horace made his decision. He is going to go with Kimmie. Now, Kimmie, Rain, the little sister, they can't believe what they're about to witness, right? The Bellery family, the houses, the cars, the horses, all of it seems like a complete fantasy for this family. And I get it. If you've never seen that before, it would be a complete fantasy to you too. Now, we know that it's hard for Kimmie to absolutely accept what Horace is giving her, right? She's struggling kind of with this right here, right? Because she wasn't sure how she could navigate this entire ordeal. But we know she does step up to the plate because Horace trusts her to do the right thing, right? Now, as far as Horace, like I said, Horace is about to die, right? This little sister tells him that, you can go overseas to be cured, right? But before you do that, he has to take care of home business first. Now, originally, we thought he basically just sent out a hit to take out Angel, right? Turns out Angel's gonna be okay. We thought Angel was dead, but Angel's going to be okay, right? And I'm very happy, I'm very happy for Kimmy that she's coming in, she's shaking things up within the Valerie dynasty. It's good for her because she's been through hell and back. And now, I gotta talk about Rain. Rain and that BBL absolutely annoyed me. I thought the BBL was gonna be a little bit better. She went through, all the shots, but meh, meh. That BBL, I think she needs to go back on the table one more time for a couple more. Never mind, let me stop. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, Rain absolutely annoyed me. The little sister annoyed me as well because Kimmy is trying to protect her little sister. The little sister had to learn out the truth the hard way. And that's the way that went right there. Now, for some reason, I thought that Rain and Jap Ninja, that's what we're gonna call him, Jap Ninja, because we can't say that word, I don't think. I thought Rain and Jap Ninja was going to have like a little steamy scene. I thought they was going to get it on, but it did not happen. So I was a little confused about that. I don't know if that was just me. I thought it was going to happen, but it didn't. Now I gotta give the MVP ball to this guy right here. I really think he carried the show a lot this season. Tyler gave him a lot of dialogue. I'm talking about the one only detective. I'm not detective, but attorney Barney, and the way that Tyler wrote him was much better than this season. So much to play with when it came to him, when it came to him and Charles as well. And we know Charles is simply a party boy. He don't care nothing about the family dynasty. He just wants to smoke, drink, and all that right there. And I hate how Attorney Barney, he continued to always continue to show his love to Charles, but Charles don't care. Charles don't want it. Charles just wants to be, like I said, a party boy. Charles couldn't even recognize that he was getting robbed, basically, right? Because we saw last season with that I can't think of that guy name, but I can't think of his name. But anyway, they was together, and Charles is just blind to the situation. Now Charles is trying to get Barney to help him out, but Barney's like, "Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with it." And I really do believe this right. Speaking of Barney, if Barney was straight, I believe he would be the main big dog on the show that all the ladies wanted. Right? We saw Olivia trying to smash him. Right? We thought him and Mallory may have had something, but he rejected her. Right? I really think if he wasn't gay, that he would be the one guy that all the ladies would go after. Now, Olivia, speaking of Olivia and her dialogue, right? The one with Varney, with her being drunk, that scene was so drawn out. Like, I was just exhausted from her being drunk. It was funny, yeah, but I was so exhausted from it, y'all. I'm sorry that, and that's one of the things I kind of disliked about the season. It was a lot of dialogue. It was so much talking. I felt like the stakes were definitely much higher last season versus this season right here, if I'm being honest. This is just one of the things I kind of dislike. Now, we got to talk about Roy. We got to talk about Roy. Roy is a bad boy. Like, Roy's going to be Roy at the end of the day, right? We saw him hooking up with the redhead chick. I can't think of her name from the club. Roy's talking crazy about his daddy. Roy gets peed on by his daddy. Mallory tells him off. Calls him to the office. She basically chews him out. The Roy character, he annoys me, but he's doing his job. He's doing his role just right. And of course, we saw Norman. He continues to be that, brother who's just evil in himself. We saw him give old buddy that bomb. He blew up. Him and the wife blew up, right? Norman also realizes that Olivia's broke. Now, Olivia, it seems like Olivia's, I guess the only way Olivia can really cope with this stuff is just by getting her rocks off. You know what I mean when I say getting the rocks off, right? And Norman, when it comes to the shares, he claims that he always has an upper card, like he has another card up his sleeve. We don't know how true that is. But yeah, Norman being Norman, he's to me, he's the backup villain to Horace and Mallory. I think those two are really run the show, and of course, but Roy, those four, when you combine those four together, they kind of all running that villainous storyline together. And now for the ending. The ending was incredible. I love the look on everybody's faces when Kimmie was struggling into the office, getting ready to call the shots. Everybody was so pissed off. Mallory, Roy, Jules, you name it. Kimmy stepping up to the plate. She told Horace, listen, I turned the headphones off because I want to run the plays. I don't want them to realize that you're kind of helping me out. I want to run the show. I was so proud of Kimmy right there. When it came to her talking about the ads, how they're outdated, and how we're gonna change the game up. We're probably gonna go a little bit closer with the social media vibes. I think that's what she was trying to say. Like we need to do something else besides those old ads and that old radio station. We need to reach a bigger, larger audience. So I wasn't mad at Kimmie for trying to do that, but the family is completely pissed, and I love the slap. I love the slap with Jules. She slapped the mess out of Jules. I love that so much. Like Jules had it come. He's talking about, oh, when you threaten my family, that's when it's the issue. I'm like, bro, listen, you threatened Kimmie's family. You tried to traffic her sister, bro. Like, what are we doing? How is this even a conversation right now? Right? Like, this is not even up for debate. Like, this is crazy. So now, with the son, Jules' son, they kind of left it with some good cliffhangers. Jules' son, Kimmie taking over, right? But Mallory seems to have a backup plan. We're gonna see what Mallory's gonna do. I think Mallory's gonna be a big villain, even bigger villain coming into next season, right? And of course, Charles, we saw him cutting up bodies. Him and Varney got arrested. It looked like by cops. I'm like, what cops are these that they're wearing these type masks, right? Like that's different in itself. So they left us with some great storylines going into next season. So I cannot wait to see how it all plays out. Tyler, this is my favorite series. I don't watch a whole bunch of Tyler shows, like his TV shows. I kind of just basically watch his movies here and there. But this one right here, without a doubt, is my favorite. Beauty and Black, man. I could go with this right here like two more seasons at least, and then we can close it out. Two more seasons, Tyler, then we can close it out, y'all. That's my thoughts about Beauty and Black. Comment below, share your thoughts with your boy. I really enjoyed this season. Um, Tyler, I'm a fan, man. You did your thing as always. You did your thing, and as always, if you're tuning into the Lawrence Report.